Hello everyone, my name is General Fancy Pants, and welcome back to Edna and Harvey, Harvey's New Eyes. When we last left off, we were talking to Kapu, and he wanted us to give us a letter to Shai, and now here they are talking and basically falling in love. But we're not interested in that, we are interested in these firecrackers, so let's head up into the maintenance flap. And now we are up here on the top, finally. So let's take a look at this gargoyle.
The gargoyle had lost its balance long ago. Only a thin rope was stopping it from falling. Why didn't it just give up?
Okay, so we have a sword here. Maybe we can just cut the rope of the gargoyle?
It wouldn't take much to make the gargoyle completely lose its balance. But Lily didn't even have that on her.
Okay, no. Can we shoot the firecrackers off of the gargoyle?
Lily certainly wouldn't be able to get the fire. Once
No.
again, her arms were...
How about, can we just shoot the
It
gargoyle?
wouldn't take much to make the... But Lily didn't even have that. The hands of and the ornate mesh formed by the flower baskets looked like the blades of swords in a fantasy novel.
Okay,
They really...
let's read
The
that again.
hands of the school clock looked like irises, and the ornate
Irises?
mesh formed by the flower baskets looked like the blades of swords in a fantasy novel. They really made you want to pierce them.
Okay, well, I don't know, I've never heard of irises being called irises, but whatever. But obviously, we want to pierce the school clock with the sword.
The sword may not have reached the firecrackers or the rope, but it fit perfectly into the mesh of the clock hands. So perfectly that it got stuck in there. Now what was Lily to do? Wait until the gargoyle dropped down of its own accord? She didn't have that much time.
Can we shoot the... No, there's nothing here to shoot. So, let's go back. Maybe time will run its course, and the gargoyle will fall on its own accord.
The clock in the tower sounded duller than usual today. Was it really that late already?
I don't know, was it? Okay, well, it looks like the gargoyle fell, finally. Of its own accord, of course. And looks like the gnome is painting the floor pink. But we can finally get the firecrackers.
Done. Lily had finished all of Edna's jobs and had gotten rid of all of the evidence. She could hardly wait to tell her best friend all about it.
Lily, thank God. I have a new and much more serious problem. I can't find my diary anywhere, and all my escape plans are written in it. I even drew a map where I marked my hiding place. So forget about getting rid of the evidence. No, just forget it. It wasn't important anyway. The diary now has top priority. Please, help me look for it. If Mother Superior gets her hands on it, I'm done for. It has to be somewhere around here.
Of course, Lily immediately knew what to do. She immediately knew what to do. Oh, man.
So now we have all of these things here. Let's go back to the dormitory.
Was that really so hard? The diary was lying right there. Or hanging, rather. The telltale drawings were dangling from the claw of a dumb, gawking pigeon.
Okay, so let's take a look at the
Lily
pigeon.
thought it would be a good idea to first wait and watch the pigeon for a while. She accepted the risk that the bird might fly off at any moment.
Okay, let's go grab the diary. Well, first let's just go grab it. We can't look at it because it's just the pigeon.
The moment Lily tried to grab the diary, the pigeon rose in the air and carried it to the roof of the convent, where it disappeared in the rafters above Mother Superior's office. Gawking certainly wasn't going to help.
No, it was not.
Once again, Lily's path led her back towards the lion's den.
Yes, back to Mother Superior's office. And one more step.
Finally, there you are. Lumpy's starving. Did you get the cat food? What? And then you off with...
Okay, so we can't.
I loathe these
I could hear you can hear the pigeon cooing. It looks like we can't actually interact with it because Mother Superior will kick us out right away. So we need to get Lumpy's cat food. In order to do that, we need to get the recipe back. So let's go back to the well. See that these birds landed here, the sparrows. Let's take a look at them.
Lily liked the sparrows. She would have never dreamed of shooting at them. On the other hand, she had to impress Shawnee to get the recipe.
Alright, well, let's shoot at the pigeons then.
Lily would
sparrows.
have liked to show Shawnee that she was certainly tough enough to shoot at sparrows. But unfortunately, her musket wasn't loaded.
Okay, well we do have these marbles, and that might be suitable for a musket ball.
Hooray! The marbles were the perfect ammunition for the musket.
Alright, now let's try shooting at the sparrows.
Lily might have missed the sparrows, but her effect on Shawnee was apparent. He actually seemed a little impressed.
That was hilarious. Eagle carcass.
What a nice animal. So proud. Such shiny feathers. Hopefully Lily would have time to play with it later.
Hopefully. Alright, let's see if now he'll take the cigarettes. He looks kind of nervous.
Lily had heard that cigarettes were supposed to have a soothing effect.
Okay, apparently a ton of cigarettes.
Hooray! What a great job Lily had done. Shawnee seemed to feel much better already. You can tell by the way his pupils were slowly rotating towards the inside.
That's terrible. Alright, but he seems to have dropped one of his cigarettes.
Shawnee had dropped a cigarette. Apparently his mouth was too full.
Let's take it. Okay. So now we have the recipe.
Lily would read the recipe later. After all, she wasn't supposed to make the food herself, but simply take Doris the recipe.
Indeed. Before I do that, let's see if I can maybe light the stove. It's because she'll need that lit anyway. I think let's try maybe using... The only thing we really have are the firecrackers.
There were those voices again, ordering Lily to burn her stuff. Again, Lily resisted the temptation of obeying them.
Those crazy voices. Okay, so we can't do anything there, so let's just go give Doris, the lunch lady, the recipe. And well, looks like the gnome is painting this mound here pink. Into the cafeteria. Alright, let's give Doris the recipe.
Oh, you have the recipe?
Uh-huh.
Well then, let me see it! I can manage that. Duck roast for Lumpy. Good choice. All I need is the canned food for Mother Superior's meal from the cellar. But I can't start cooking again anyway. As long as the stove isn't working, Mother Superior will have to wait for the cat food. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes when you give her the news.
Okay. So we need to go back and get the cat food. Like with many adventure games, go back and forth between places you've already been. Just the nature of the beast, as it were. Is there anything else here before I... Nope. Okay, so let's head into the cellar and grab the cat food. Or should I say Mother Superior's food.
This had to be the canned food Doris was talking about. Lily selected pigeon flavor.
Pigeon flavor. Nice. Well, we do have this block of wood. Can put that into the stove. That could burn.
Lily had placed the log in the stove. Now she just had to light it.
And we can maybe light it with the cigarette. There, that should be... That seems ample enough fire to cook food with. Okay, let's go back to Doris. Okay. No, no, no. Come on. Come, there you go. All right. Can of food to Doris.
You found the canned food?
Uh-huh.
Very good. I guess that means I can start cooking the meal now. I'll put the roast for the cat in the dumbwaiter right away. But I won't be able to fit anything else in there. I can't send Mother Superior's food up until you put the empty plate back in the dumbwaiter. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's just hope so.
Okay. Well, let's go upstairs and get the food. Okay, looks like it's there.
Oh, there's the missing child. I was beginning to hope you'd been eaten by a wild animal on the way. But at least you brought the food. I have to finish a few tasks now. Feed Lumpy while I'm gone. And don't even think about leaving the office before the work is done.
Okay.
A huge roast was in the dumbwaiter. That had to be Lumpy's dinner.
Alright, let's grab the roast. And give it to
disappointing. It seemed Lumpy didn't feel like eating roast at all. How would Lily ever finish her task now?
I don't know. We can maybe give the roast to the potted plant. That seems like it looks pretty hungry. There we go. Let's put the roast platter back into the dumbwaiter so we can get Mother Superior's food. There it is.
Food with pigeon flavoring. The cafeteria never served anything this delicious.
Yeah, let's put Mother Superior's food into the pep bowl. Lumpy will obviously eat that.
Lumpy obviously enjoyed the pigeon-flavored cat food, and it really looked like he already had an idea where to get second. Oh, that's what Lumpy had smelled. The pigeon that had stolen Edna's diary was sitting on one of the beams.
Okay. The only thing we really have is the balloon and firecrackers, burning cigarette, and nightshade. We have to get the pigeon down.
At the moment, Lily felt even smaller than usual.
The only thing that can really get up there is the balloon.
Lily thought it might be possible to let the balloon float up to the pigeon, but she doubted that the pigeon would be very impressed by this.
Okay, well, can we attach the fireworks to the balloon and scare the pigeon off?
It was a tricky plan, but Lily was running out of options.
My goodness! I see that Lumpy has finally had a meal. Why, this is quite a surprise. Perhaps all hope is not lost for you yet after all. And now leave me alone.
Okay.
Maybe I was too strict with the girl and her fellow students. They're only children after all.
Very true.
Was I too hasty, Lord? Should I stop Dr. Marcel from coming before he tries his new method on the children? Please, give me a sign. What's that? A dove? Or at least a pigeon of peace?
Pigeon of peace.
Is this your sign? Should I spare the children? Oh,
Yes.
Lord. Thank you. What? That those damn children! That's it! I finally reached my limit!
Oh, man. Oh, that's great.
When Lily walked into the sleeping quarters, Edna was gone.
Uh-oh.
All she found was a hastily scribbled letter on her bed.
Take care, Lilybred. I have to go. This situation is getting too hot for me to stay. I'll wait for you at the swing tree for a bit. If you hurry, you might still catch me. Otherwise, you can find my hiding place in the map in my diary. I'm sure you've already found it, right? Stay dirty. Love, Edna.
The letter made Lily nervous. She had to catch up with Edna at all costs.
Ah, how did he get out of the...
Psst! Lily, hurry, this way! The Doctor and Mother Superior are already hot on your heels.
Huh, interesting.
Lily looked all around in surprise. What kind of strange place was this?
You're probably asking yourself what kind of strange place this is, right? But there's no time for explanations now. Come on, hurry!
Okay, so this has gotten rather interesting. We are now in his surveillance room, I think. Garrett's surveillance room. And a lot has happened, so in the next video we will do some exploring in here and see what this is all about. So I'll see you next time on Edna and Harvey, Harvey's New Eyes. Until then.